Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So today's video is going to be all about a new brand that just came to Ulta. It's not a new brand, it's a new brand to Ulta, but I was so excited. Ulta is getting all of these brands in and it is making me super pumped, but when I saw Dose of Colors come to Ulta, I was like, got to make myself a purchase, and I did. So I wanted to talk to you about the two different items that I picked up, review them, let you know what I think of them, let you know if I think that they are worth it. So of course the brand that I'm talking about is Dose of Colors. I picked up their Marvelous Mauves eyeshadow palette, and then I also picked up one of their liquid lipsticks in the shade Stone. So I'm going to go through both of these products, let you know what I think of them, swatch them, and I also do have some clips to insert of me doing this makeup look. I have the eyeshadow palette on my eyes, and of course I'm wearing Stone on my lips. I'm super excited to share my thoughts with you on this brand and on the items that I picked up. So if you would like to see my review and thoughts on Dose of Colors, please keep watching. Okay, so Dose of Colors has been a brand that I have wanted to try for a very long time. I've mentioned them in past Will I Buy It videos. I actually talked about the Marvelous Mauve in a past Will I Buy It video, and I said I wanted to get it. I just really struggled with doing it. I definitely am someone who leans more towards buying at Sephora or Ulta or brand websites such as TARTE that have reward programs. I'm very much into wanting some sort of point system or discounts or something because I spend a lot of money on makeup. I buy a lot of makeup to review for my channel, so if I can get some sort of kickback, even just having like eBates, something to help me out, I really do appreciate that. So when I saw that Dose of Colors was coming into Ulta, I knew immediately I was going to buy from them, and I bought these products the day that they launched on Ulta's website because I was just so ready for it. Start with the eyeshadow palette first. Again, this is the Marvelous Mauves eyeshadow palette. This is what the outer packaging looks like. And then on the back we have the shades and the shade names. This was $32 and you get 5 different shades, which I consider to be pretty pricey, and that was kind of why I struggled to purchase it when it first came out on the Dose of Colors website. It seemed like a lot of money for 5 different eyeshadows, and because I had never tried Dose of Colors, I really didn't know what to expect from the brand. So here's what the outer packaging looks like. Looks like this, and then on the back again, just like the box, it has the shades in the back. When you open it up, it does have a mirror in here, and it does come with a double-ended brush, which is somewhere. You open up the eyeshadow palette, you do get a mirror, and then you have your 5 different shades. So obviously this is the mauve palette, so the shades are in a mauve shade range, and they go from lightest to darkest in the palette. I really enjoy how like sleek and compact this is. It seems to be very easy to travel with, and it also seems like good quality. So I at least appreciate the fact that we're paying $32 for a 5 eyeshadow palette, but we're getting a double-ended brush, and we're getting a mirror, and we're getting solid packaging. I really do appreciate that. When I opened it up, I really did fall in love with these shades. I thought they were so beautiful. I was really excited to get them on my eyes. Back and forth on if I should get the brown one, but because I had just bought the Tarte Clay Play palette, which is full of brown eyeshadows, I thought maybe I shouldn't do it, but I'm really actually very happy that I picked up the mauve one. I think it is really gorgeous, and these are more of like cool tone shadows. I was just talking to someone in my Will I Buy It video that I posted on Wednesday, and they were saying all these really warm tone palettes are coming out and they wanted something cool toned. If you like mauves, this is a really great cool toned palette. To show you some swatches, these are the first 4 in the palette. Here is the final shade in there. So there are the swatches, the lightest 4, and then the darkest one over here. So you can see I just did finger swatches and they showed up very nice. These shadows are very pigmented. First time I ever tried this palette, I grabbed this second shade right there to put it in my crease, and it looks like a light shade, so I dug my brush in there and I was like, oh, I could have covered both of my crease and eyelids on both eyes with the amount of shadow that I picked up, and it's just kind of like, that was my regular amount that I would do with any other eyeshadow palette. These are very pigmented, and they show up very well. I was incredibly impressed by it. One of the first things I did notice as well though is that there's a ton of kick up with this palette. When you dip your brush into it, you are going to get powder everywhere. I have to blow off the palette after I put my brush in something. When I get it on my brush, I do tap my brush off a lot to make sure I'm getting that excess off, but I didn't notice any actual fallout on my face which made me happy. I did watch Nicole's video. She reviews both of the palettes, the mauve and the brown, and she mentioned that, I think she said it was Anna, the owner of Dose of Colors, said the kick up happens because there is like stamp marks in the eyeshadows and that causes there to be the kick up. So thought I would mention that because I learned that from Stephanie's video. Other than that, I appreciate that there wasn't any fallout on my face. Like I didn't have purple everywhere after I finished with this. So with how pigmented these are, I mean, I was super impressed. I don't care if I have fallout all over the palette. As long as I don't have fallout over my face, I'm going to be a very happy camper. These shadows are also incredibly easy to blend. They work well together. In that aspect, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Those are some of the easiest shadows that I have to blend, and they all work very well together. And I would say that's what these eyeshadows remind me of. I was very impressed. I've only had these items for probably just over a week now, I want to say, but I've been putting them to the test. If you've seen me wearing a lot of mauve in my recent videos, it's because I really wanted to be able to give an actual review. I didn't want to do a first impression. I wanted to be able to review these items and let you know if I think that you should get them, if they're worth your money. So I've been really wearing these a lot and doing different color combinations and just seeing kind of what else I can come up with these shadows. And every single time I've used this palette, I have been very impressed and I have been very happy, which I'm super stoked to say. So again, here are some swatches on my hand. I mean, you can tell just by the swatch, like even that super light shade. A lot of times those really light shades just simply don't show up in a swatch, and that one does, and I think it is so, so pretty. What I did for my makeup tutorial today, I grabbed the second shade and I put that in my crease. I grabbed the third shade and put that focused in the outer V and then slowly into the crease as well. I grabbed the last shade here, or I grabbed the second to last shade here and put that just on the outer V of my eye. I didn't bring it in at all. That's just focused on the outer V. And then I took this darkest shade and smudged that on my lower lash line with a little bit of the third shade as well. And then I took this first shade and I put that on the inner part of my eye, and I also used it to highlight my brow bone and then also the inner corner of my eye. And I actually am like super obsessed with that lightest shade, which is totally weird. That would, to me, would not be the shade that I would gravitate the most towards, but it is so just beautiful on the eyes. It's a beautiful highlight shade. It's beautiful for the inner corners. It's not, I don't want to say it's iridescent because it's really not, but it almost kind of gives off that vibe and just kind of brings the whole eye look together. And it's truly one of my favorite shades from the palette, which I know sounds like so weird, but it is just so good. There's really not a bad shade in here though. I've been messing with all of these shades for the past week now, and there's not a bad shade in here. They are all so pretty and blend so well. I have been so, so impressed with this eyeshadow palette. And what's great too is that I even do like the brush. This isn't going to be my go-to brush for every single eye look that I use. It's, you know, we don't have a fluffy blending brush on here or anything like that. But what I like to use this side for is what I did with that first shade is I put it on the inner corner of my eye, and I also used it for the brow bone and inner corner highlight. It's just a nice like flat kind of dense brush, and it worked perfect for that. And then the other side is more of a pointed brush tip, and what I use that for is to smoke out the shadows on my lower lash line, and it works perfectly and I like it. And you know, I'll keep this brush with this palette, and every time I use it, that can be the brush that I go to for when I'm using the palette. I mean, it's a small thing, but to me, I just appreciated it. And a lot of times with brushes, I find myself not really liking them, and I thought this brush was just fine. Like, would I go out and purchase this brush? No, but it's a nice addition to the palette, and I will continue to use it. So between the fabulous shades, how well they are, how pigmented they are, how well they blend out, how well they show up, and then just the great packaging, the mirror, and having a good brush, this to me was totally worth the $32, and I'm so, so happy I got it. I think I will go ahead now and purchase the brown palette as well, because I just am completely impressed with this and just so very happy with it. I would definitely recommend this palette. It's worth the $32, and I think that you're getting really good quality, so I would definitely recommend the eyeshadow palette from Dose of Colors. So then the other item that I purchased from Dose of Colors at Ulta is one of their matte liquid lipsticks in the shade Stone. This is what the outer packaging looks like. Again, I have heard so much good things about the Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks, but of course Stone is like one of those cult colors that just everybody wears and loves. So this was definitely the first liquid lipstick. Like, there's no doubt in my mind which one I was getting. Here is what the outer packaging looks like, and I think these liquid lipsticks, like just packaging wise, I think are gorgeous. It's like that frosted glass. It feels nice. And one thing that I will say, so these are $18, so that's, you know, more pricey for a liquid lipstick as well. The eyeshadow palette for $32, at least their packaging is on, because sometimes when you pay a lot of money for something and then you get the actual product and it's like cheap or flimsy, it's like, what? So at least the packaging is on point. That is plus number one. But like with the eyeshadow palette, it was just all great. I gave it an A, so that was good. So for the actual color, Stone is that beautiful pink nude dusty mauve, I think is what the actual description of it is. It's a me color. It's a so many other people's color. It's just that kind of like your lips, but better. I mean, it is just a seriously stunning color. There is a swatch of it on my hand in case on my lips just isn't doing it enough for you. There's a swatch of it. Here's what it looks like on my lips. I've been wearing it in like 3 other videos. You're seeing it a lot, and I love it. I just don't want to take it off. I do want to wear this all of the time. It is so gorgeous, but for the actual formula as well, I have to give it another A. It is very long lasting, I will say that. What did I eat for dinner last night? Oh, I don't really want to say this now on camera. I had Taco John's, okay? Okay. I had a meat and potato burrito because I had a salad for lunch, so I got me some Taco John's that night and I ate the burrito, and my lipstick still looked good. Like, yes, it wore away slightly in the center. I'm not gonna say it didn't, but it still looked freaking good for eating a burrito. So this is what the applicator looks like. It has that little dent slant in it as well. And one thing that I noticed when applying it, it applies so smoothly. Like, it just glides right over your lips, and I don't need, like, I only need one application of this for my top lip and then one for the bottom lip, and it just, like, I don't know, that was one thing that caught my attention when I first put it on. It just glides on over the lips. It isn't, I don't know, just the application of it, I was impressed with. The actual formula, it's a long lasting. It doesn't feel uncomfortable on the lips. It's not one of those super drying liquid lipsticks that just hurt your lips. It doesn't wear away within 5 minutes of wearing it. It can last through dinner. I'm so very impressed with the formula. For $18, these are definitely worth it. I love it. I highly recommend it. I get it. I get the hype. I get why people talked up Dose of Color liquid lipsticks. I get why they're talking up Stone. I understand all of it, and I'm here to put my stamp of approval on it. If that means anything to you, I'm putting my stamp of approval on not only the eyeshadow palette, but the liquid lipsticks as well. Very impressed. I will definitely be getting more. They have a huge shade range of their matte liquid lipsticks. I would highly recommend. For $18, I definitely do think this is worth your money. I am so happy to say that this Dose of Colors purchase from Ulta Beauty worked out so well for me. I highly recommend both the eyeshadow palette and the liquid lipsticks. If you've been considering purchasing from Dose of Colors, now maybe that it's at Ulta, your interest is even a little bit higher, I definitely say go for it. Yes, the prices are a little bit higher, but they are worth it in my opinion. After testing these out for about a week and wearing them and trying to wear them nonstop and testing them a lot of different ways, I do have to say a big yes, I would recommend these products. Very impressed, very happy. Will definitely repurchase from Dose of Colors. I really enjoyed both the eyeshadow palette and the liquid lipstick. So this was a win for me. I'm super excited for that. I'm excited to find a new brand. I'm excited to find new makeup that I absolutely love. This was so much fun. I'm really happy that I decided to make that Dose of Colors purchase. After that, that's going to do it for my little review of what I picked up from Dose of Colors at Ulta. Okay, so that's gonna do it for this video and my review and feedback, swatches, demos of what I picked up from Dose of Colors at Ulta Beauty. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful. Let me know in the comments down below, have you tried Dose of Colors before? Do you really love something from them? Or are you going to purchase from them for the first time now that they are at Ulta? I know a lot of people are really excited for for all of these brands that are coming to Ulta, and I'm definitely right there. Like, I am so super stoked. One thing that I didn't mention yet for Dose of Colors and also a lot of the other new brands that are coming to Ulta is that most of these are going to be online only. Again, when I was watching Stephanie Nicole's video, she just says that, you know, the actual physical stores only have so much space, and especially for new brands, it's almost like they kind of have to prove themselves and prove that they can move inventory in order to get a spot in the actual physical stores. So right now, Dose of Colors, I know like MAC and some of the other new brands, they are going to be online only. If you order online, don't forget to use eBates. Ulta is always at least 3% cash back, if not more. So I always have eBates linked down below. Don't forget to use that. You get your cash back. It's super easy. I did want to make sure that I pointed that out so you don't go looking in your stores for the brand because they are not in stores yet. But yeah, let me know what you have from Dose of Colors that you absolutely love. What lipstick colors do you love? Because like I said, I'm getting more of these puppies because I'm super stoked about it. I really fell in love with this formula, so I definitely want to get more of the liquid lipsticks. So let me know your recommendations. Let me know if you want me to do another review video on one of the newer brands that is coming into Ulta. There's a lot of new brands, like I've mentioned, that are coming in there. So if you want to see me pick up anything else and review them, let me know in the comments down below. There's brands that are coming to Ulta that I haven't even heard of. I'm seeing people do review videos and I'm getting super excited for it. So let me know in the comments down below if there is a brand that you would prefer another video on, and I will go ahead and make note of that. But other than that, that is going to do it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing my review and feedback on these items from Dose of Colors. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. I also hope that you will consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys real soon in my next one. Bye.